welcome back to my channel. It is your girl T, and in today's video we are going to be having a girl talk. That's right, we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, motherhood, friends and family, etc, etc. And yes, I have my iPad here with me because I took some notes here and it's going to help me a lot throughout this video. So let's just hop right on into it and let's get started. So first things first, let's talk about motherhood. Okay, so for me, I had a pandemic pregnancy. Okay, my baby is a 2020 baby, and y'all, I'm sure y'all know about them 2020 babies and how they're different, but in a good way. They're smart as hell. But anyway, I had a pandemic pregnancy. I had a pandemic labor and delivery, and honestly, y'all, it was rough. It was very much so rough. I feel like during my pregnancy, I didn't get the quality care that I deserved. It was hard. You know, my man couldn't come with me to my appointments. None of my appointments, actually. He couldn't come to anything until literally it was time for me to give birth. And he was the only one who was allowed in the room because they didn't allow your family or basically more than 2 people in the room, which is you having the baby and then one support system. That's it. That's all. So it was rough on me mentally being a first-time mom. You know, I expected different. I didn't plan to get pregnant in like 2020 and for the pandemic to hit and then for it to just be straight up just whack, basically. You know, I didn't plan for it to go like that. Like, I didn't want my first child or my first experience going through labor and delivery to be like that, but it did happen to be like that. And you know, I'm okay, she's okay, so that at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But I will say that it did weigh a lot mentally on me because, you know, I was upset. I was you know, we fought a lot, me and my daughter's dad. We fought a lot because I'm like, dang, like, I feel like you can't come to any appointments. He's working, so I couldn't really FaceTime him so he could, like, you know, be on video for the appointment. So I was just in my feelings a lot about it. I was sad a lot about it, even though it was out of his control, out of my control. But it did make me sad because I felt like I wasn't really supported the way that I imagined I would have been if it wasn't for the pandemic, you know? So that was rough. And then not only that, but my delivery experience was not the best. I'll be honest, it wasn't. At the last minute, they told me I had to have an emergency C-section for my daughter. You know, totally random. I was expecting to have just a normal vaginal delivery. That did not happen, so of course I was kind of upset about it, but at the end of the day, I was super worried because my baby's heart rate kept decreasing pretty much after they gave me Pitocin, because I wasn't dilating quick enough when I went in for, you know, all of my contractions, and they kept me. They didn't let me go back home. They kept me. So I do feel like because they gave me the Pitocin, well, I got my epidural, then they gave me the Pitocin, which was supposed to speed up the process, but it didn't. I wasn't dilating enough. And when I think about it, I probably wasn't really ready to go in labor. I probably was in like the first stages, which is the early stage of labor. So I wasn't fully like ready to like start like the whole entire process to have my baby. I think if I would have waited like a day or two, then yes, it would have been a different experience. But I didn't know, you know, this is my first time, you know, being pregnant, having contractions. I was scared. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I just wanted my man to take me to the hospital. But yeah, other than that, I can say motherhood has taught me patience. And now I cannot imagine myself without my child. Like, I look at her every day, even though she looks just like her father, but I just can't imagine life without her. Like, she's everything to me. Like, she's so smart. She's so funny. Yeah, like, I love my baby, and one day I hope to have more, and I hope to have a different experience for sure. I don't want to have to experience that, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to have a vaginal birth because that's really what I wanted. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps up motherhood for now. So let's move on to entrepreneurship. So what I have to say about that is take the leap. Quick disclaimer that not everyone is for entrepreneurship. Not everyone wants their own business. Not everyone wants this and that. I get that. I do. But for those who have that in the back of their mind, like, hey, this is something I want to do, or you're kind of nervous to do it, I encourage you to just go ahead and take it. The reason why I say that is because it's too many of us who, we get scared of the unknown, right? We don't want to fail. But sometimes you have to fail, or sometimes you have to take risks. Let's say that. Sometimes you have to take risks in order to see how it goes. And even if you decide you want to do this business and it doesn't work out, that doesn't mean you can't start something different. There's something for everybody. You just have to find what you love, what you're passionate about, and go after it. And once you find out what you love and what you're passionate about, and once you go after that, man, you better apply full pressure and go hard for it. If you have children, don't let that stop you. Just because, look, I have a baby, but I look at her and I'm like, you know, you're my motivation to keep going. Even sometimes when I don't feel like doing a daggone thing, or even when I like doubt myself or doubt my capabilities, I know that I have a child I'm responsible for, and I want to provide her a life that a 9 to 5, a 7 to 11, whatever it is, cannot provide her, which is, you know, financial freedom. I want to be able to pass something down to my child. And I know I can't do that working for somebody else, helping their pockets grow. And you can't do that working for somebody else, helping their pockets grow. What else? Family and friends. Let's talk about family and friends, right? Because that ties into your entrepreneurship. So, hands down, you're gonna receive the most. You're gonna receive the most support from strangers. And you might not believe me, but it is honestly true. You can ask anyone who has their own business. Your family and your friends are probably not going to be your biggest supporters. They're probably not going to be the ones buying your product. They're probably not going to be the ones supporting your product online, or even doing word to mouth, telling people about your product or your business. No, you're more so going to see strangers, people you don't know, people who you connect with online. And when I say online, I mean Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, I don't know, whatever sites you use, I guarantee you're going to easily connect more with strangers, and they're going to be more so willing to buy your product versus your family. It happens more than you think. I'm telling you, it happens more than you think. But that's all good, because it's more people in the world. So just keep focusing on what you're doing. Keep promoting yourself. Free marketing on YouTube or on social media, like whatever it is that you use, whatever social networking sites, use that to your advantage. You have a broader audience than just your family and your friends anyway. And on top of that, if you have haters in your corner that's doubting you, prove them wrong. Show them what you're really about and what you can do. Now, I'm not saying that you have to prove these haters wrong, because at the end of the day, who are they? They're nobody, right? They're just haters. You know, if you can prove them wrong, show them what you can do, show them how you can build your business from the ground up, bypass them and their hating mentality, you're winning. But do it humbly, though. You know, because some people get too big-headed and they think, oh, you know, I passed you. And it's never about that. Just do what you do for you, your family. Take care of yours. Be humble. Always have a good, solid, pure heart. But know that you have a mission at the end of the day. And your mission is to focus on your business and to leave a legacy. Not to work a 9 to 5 all your life, struggling, working hard just to pay your bills. No. People work 9 to 5s. Whatever shift you got, it could be a part-time job, and they're still struggling and they're not happy. And then there's people who have businesses, multiple businesses, who also are not happy. But you just have to find what works for you, what you love, and be passionate about it. If you like hair, for instance, create your YouTube. Doesn't matter how many people are out here showing you how to install a wig. It don't matter. Listen, there's a market for everything, and there's a place for you. So don't be afraid. Get on YouTube, show your skills, show you doing hair and installing wigs. I cannot install a wig. I've never worn a wig personally. But I'm not opposed to learning it. Shit, if I can learn how to install a wig, I will go and I will purchase the supplies and I will install them myself. And 9 times out of 10, all of us are on YouTube anyway, so why not, you know, use what's available for you at the end of the day. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much what I have to talk about today. That's my girl talk. Down below if you experience postpartum depression or if you had a pandemic baby. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments as well, and I'll try to respond to as many as I can, and I'll like them as well. So yeah, hope you guys like this video. All right.